everyone. We are going to talk about proper brush care. Now, when we're using acrylics, when it dries, it becomes a hardened plastic. So it's very important that while you are working, you are also thinking about cleaning up as well. Your brushes are really important to take care of because those are the tools that are going to help you create your painting. And if we're not taking care of them properly, instead of helping us get the effects that we want, they're actually going to make it harder. So the first thing, when you are working with acrylics, we want to have a water cup and also a towel. This brush I've already painted with and rinsed out in the cup. You can see the water is now blue, and it's not totally clean, but it's there with not a ton of paint on it. This brush I just used with the yellow paint with some gel gloss, so it's really, really thick on here. Before I put it into my water cup, I'm going to try and wipe off as much extra as I can. That way, my water will stay cleaner longer. So I'm going to clean off as much as I can while I'm working with my brushes as I switch between different sizes. You can also dry it on a clean part of your paper towel and just leave it near your space while you're still working. Now, next we're going to talk about how to clean up your brushes when you are completely done painting. Once you're done painting and you've already rinsed off the majority of the paint from your paintbrush in your water cup at your table and also the paper towel, you're going to bring it to the sink to wash. Now, this brush looks like it's already pretty clean. This was the blue brush that I used. I'm going to first start by running it under some warm water and adding a pump of soap to my hand. Then I'm going to take the bristles and create circles back and forth. I'm going to use a little bit of pressure to help get the soap in between all of the bristles. Think about when you're washing your hair. You wouldn't just put shampoo on your hair and let it rinse off. You have to kind of scrub a little bit to get into each of the hairs or bristles on your brush. Now you can see that my soap is blue colored. That's from the leftover paint that's in the brush. So every time that I wash my brush at a sink, I actually wash it twice. So I rinse it once with water, soap, and then rinse again, and then a second round of soap. If you have a lot of paint on your brush, your bubbles are going to continue to show color. Your goal is to try and get it so that your bubbles come out pretty much white. So you can see in 2 rounds, that's pretty good. There's some chunks of some dry paint coming out there, but this brush is pretty clean. I'm going to give it a final rinse, and then before I put it away, I'm going to reshape the bristles. Whenever you're drying a brush, you do not want to put it bristles down. You either want to lay it flat or stick it up so that the bristles are on the top. By doing this, this is going to help create the same shape that your brush was intended to be when it originally was brand spanking new, and it's going to keep them in better condition. If you have a brush that you only used light or white paint with, or even gel medium, it's going to be harder to tell when the soap bubbles are clean. So with those brushes, I usually give them 2 or 3 goes in the soap just to make sure. You can't really tell by the color of the bubbles. You have to kind of feel it a little bit more. So I would go again and keep going until it feels clean. Again, about 2 or 3 times in the soap, reshaping and laying it flat to dry or putting it up in the cup. Again, it's very important that we take good care of our brushes. That way they are able to help us create some beautiful artwork.